about me. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, but this girl's like, beautiful. She's smart. She's fun. It's different from most of the girls I've been with. This girl's like fucking perfect right now. I don't want to ruin that.
Maybe you're perfect right now. Maybe you don't want to ruin that. My wife used to fart when she was nervous.
Hello, welcome back to another one of Rusty Reactions. I'm Rusty, coming at you with another reaction. Now, I watched Fast and Furious 9 last night, and I thought I'd give you my review, because that's how I roll. I like to trick the YouTube algorithm. And to surprise it with a Fast and Furious 9 movie review reaction months after its release date. So, yeah, I watched it last night, and I must admit it was a lot better than what I thought it was going to be, which was a nice surprise. Should we set the mood? Let's set the mood. So it was nice. It was nice. It was good. It was good to see the Fast franchise back. Like any sort of franchise, namely this one, there always seems to be elements to elevate it to more of the ridiculous. And with this movie, it certainly had it. Going up in space, that car chase at the end with that big centipede truck and the magnets. The magnets made no sense to me. How can they just cruise along, hit a magnet, and then everything off the side of the road just flies in and goes behind the magnet and hits the truck behind, or the cars, or whatever? Made no goddamn sense to me. But that's the magic of movies. But before watching the movie and coming up to it, when it was getting released, that I thought that it was going to be very lame, having the fact that John Cena's going to be in there playing Dom's brother. Dom's brother, Han coming back. I thought, well, this is going to be lame. But I was pleasantly surprised with the movie, how it was. Like, it's a Fast and Furious franchise movie, hands down. With the action, with the ridiculousness. But the thing that got me the most and made me sort of like it a lot more than what I did was the way they told the story of Dom and Jacob growing up with his dad, when he had the accident and he took a wrench to that fella, and the connection with that, the past, and bringing it into the future to where Jacob's back, really sort of made it enjoyable for me to watch it and to see it as a Fast movie. So kudos for that. I reckon they've done a really good job to just sort of mould the whole movie around the past vision to what was happening in the future. Well, in the present. So, yeah, it was a lot more enjoyable than what I was expecting. John Cena, he hasn't sold it for me as an actor. I haven't seen him in too much. He hasn't been in too much, I suppose. But this was probably one of the better performances I've seen of him acting thus far. But I always, every time I see John Cena, I remember that meme come out of him, and the older he gets, the closest to looking like Ernest he gets. Yeah. So I did. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. It was ridiculous at the end with the magnets and the truck and how they were cruising through the city, and then the truck flipped over and just slid about 200 kilometres out of the city into the hills. And they like cliffs. They like cliffs in this movie. very much. Everything was good. Mia's stepped up to the plate, hasn't she? She's kicking ass now. She between Fast 8 and 9, she was taking some martial arts lessons and getting very keen on kicking ass and taking names. Han coming back, I couldn't understand that. Why did they bring him back, and why? It just didn't make no sense how he's in the car, he got blown up by Deckard Shaw, and then his explanation was, oh, Mr. Nobody knows how to make people vanish. Okay. And then he said to, and that other connection, the other actor that they had in there, what was he? He was from Tokyo Drift, Sean Boswell. That was good to see him in there. The element of the show was all enjoyable, a lot more than what I was expecting. But what was I going to say? Oh, I lost it. Yeah, the explanation that Han gave, like, he goes up to Sean and he goes, oh yeah, you know, how you going, old mate? Oh, I thought you were dead or something. And then he goes, yeah, well, it's a long story. We'll leave it for another day. So I don't know what's going on with Han. I suppose the explanation of him looking after that little girl after he went to steal the thing from her parents, and then they died and she stuck with him because he was the only one that was going to look after her. Yeah, okay. But I suppose it rolls on to the next movie where Sean and Han and Deckard get together to do something. Look forward to that. But the element that took me to a weird place and to try to rack my brain around was the fact that they were still keeping Brian in the fold. Like, why wouldn't they give him a heroic death within the movie just to have him not be sort of related or connected with the future movies going forward? Like having him, when they had that thing when Mia came in and Mia goes to Dom, you know, the kids are getting well looked after, and they were meaning it was from Brian, surely. Brian's home looking after the kids while Mia's out kicking ass and all the boys and all the crew, all the family are out, giving it to the baddies, and Brian's home looking after the kids. He wouldn't do that. The character wouldn't do that. And then at the end when the car, there's one seat left at the table and Dom goes, oh, yeah, there's one person to come. Wasn't that sort of relating to Brian as well? Like, is he dropping off the kids, you know, toys that they left at his house? I don't know why they're continuing on with sort of keeping him involved in the movies in a sense that he's actually there in real life. His real life in the movie is there looking after the kids. Yeah, that's bizarre to me. I don't know why they're doing that. They should have just gave him a heroic death. It might go into the next movie, I'm not sure. They might bring him in and explain it or do something with him in the next movie, but I'm not sure how that's going to work. So that's my take on that. It was decent. It was better than what I was expecting, which was a nice surprise. All the action was a little bit over-exaggerated, just a little bit. But enjoyable, and we can look forward to a Fast and Furious 10 movies. It's quite a feat, really, isn't it? So if you like this reaction, Like my video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, jump in the comments, say hello. I'll be sure to say hello back. And until the next reaction, everyone take care. Be well. And bye.
Hamburgers, the cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast. You mind if I try one of yours? This is yours here, right? This is a tasty burger.